back to part 3 to our watching
It's
of
thrice as nice.
Pithamagan. If you saw us on YouTube, you saw a very cut version because copyright reasons. If I see full and coverage of this on the Tamil films, you can have a Patreon or channel membership. It's off in the link in the description below. Just go check that out. And then this part where we talk about the movie and review it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's finish this movie, huh?
The Corbinization was slowly devolving into piss all over him.
Piss all over him.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the whole village high.
Burning behind me is 8.5 tons of heroin, opium, hashish and other narcotics.
Just another Friday night at Snoop Dogg's house.
I'd run if I was you, buddy. He's already in the house with you.
Welcome home. Yeah, no, I don't think so, buddy.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah, he'll break your arm off and beat you to death with it. Oh! Oh! Great sound. Oh. You guys are in trouble too. Oh, dang. Cinder block to the face. Oh. Are we still alive? That can't be.
Bite his neck.
Yep. Yep. Tear it out.
You abandoned him.
Yeah. Can't blame him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice job, Bala.
No joke.
That's a good introduction, in my opinion. I don't think he's
there it is.
seen anything else of his, but I know of him.
Yeah.
A hell of a director.
That's gold with a blue diamond.
What does that mean?
So I've added the blue diamond aspect because sometimes a film could be a silver or a gold, but it doesn't necessarily have elevative artistry in it, but it's really still a great film. So if I give it a blue diamond in additional to the other stuff, that means there's some elevative things in it as well. So that'd be great for example, Nacho Libre. That's a platinum for me. I don't necessarily think it has anything definitively elevative per se, but there's no reason why it shouldn't be a platinum for me.
Honestly.
So the blue diamond for me is gives it a level of. This was fantastic.
It's a fantastic film.
Yeah.
And I think if they remade it now with the exact same cast.
Great
honestly,
story.
I think you could do the exact same cast. You could do a lot more with it. Because you'll have more money, you'll have the new technologies, and obviously I think, God, it would have been cool to see Vikram just rip his throat out there at the end.
Yeah, it really would have been very satisfying.
And like
But still.
some of the issues, like even though I think a lot of it was really good, like some of the dubbing, you wouldn't have the issue now because you could do it at sync sound on the day. I think
But
they
the
did quite
dubbing
a good
did
job.
a great job.
I think they did quite a good job.
They did.
It was still dubbed, but you could tell it was.
Yeah, dubbing's always inferior to sync sound, always. But they did an exceptional job with this. Shot selection, not just the difficulty of the shot selection, but the choice to use stationary shots when things needed that and when the action dictated it for it to be moving shots.
Yeah.
The physicality of all the stunt work, all the performances, it was just extremely, extremely good. kind of wondering if,
What?
well, yeah, it's a gold for me. Because the only difference between a gold and a platinum is I must watch it over and over and over again versus I will watch it over again and again.
Okay.
This isn't one of those of I must, but I absolutely
Honestly,
would
even
watch
though
it again.
The
and
middle
again
of
and
it's kind of like an enjoyable kind of film. It's kind of hard hitting in the
Absolutely.
in the end caps of the film.
again. Absolutely.
And
And for what was the runtime on this kid?
236. I want to say
Yeah,
236.
it had
A nice zippy runtime. I think that star. I mean, Vikram, Suriya, and all of them, I thought did a very good job. Especially, obviously, Vikram. But
and I wouldn't cut a thing.
I think the star was Bala. I think he did
Absolutely.
an extremely good job. And
Yep.
the writing, the pacing, the directing, the shot
score.
choices.
Yep.
And Raja Sir killed this score.
Killed the score. I mean, we knew that probably would be the case, but yeah, shot selection, editing, the flow of story, it never died. A really nice balance of drama and just lighthearted entertainment. Really, really well put together.
It definitely had like sometimes a Mani Ratnam feel. It had sometimes had a Kamal Hassan film style, and so obviously I think both of them were referenced in this film a couple times. So it wouldn't be shocking if they were kind of almost the inspiration a little bit at times for Bala and his writing.
Right.
But like even at times in like other films where certain of the comedy, like between Suriya and the girl in the beginning, like wouldn't have worked for us in other films. It worked for me in this film, even though obviously there was stuff that I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, there was a little bit of a straining of credulity.
Like, why is the dad doing? Why is the dad hitting her and like believing like
and
the
saying,
guy,
"Forgive me for having made her"?
Yeah, cultural stuff. I guess.
Yeah.
But and then just I thought it was so random when they kidnapped her.
I know.
Time, but then I was like, no, I got the
get
song,
it.
so I was happy because
Yeah, I get it.
that was a show-stopping song.
That was fantastic.
That was and I think we've seen it before. I think we've reacted to it a long time.
I think we did too.
It's much better.
Much better in
Much
context.
better in the context of the film. But hats off to Raja Sir with the entire score. But I also thought the editing and the background score,
everything.
I thought did a very good job.
I also was very impressed with when Vikram goes to the hills to burn the cannabis place down.
Yeah.
I was so grateful it wasn't so dark we couldn't see it.
Oh yeah.
It was consistently the same hue of nighttime blue frame to frame, so the color correction on it was really nice. And I really like not just the writing of the story, but I really like the writing of each of the characters, especially the moxie and the strength of all of the women. The women were such strong characters. There wasn't a wilting flower in any of the women.
Your mom's a wilting flower. Because even their relationship between Suriya and at first I was like, wait, why are we? And then I ended up caring for them in the end.
I did too.
I thought she did a fantastic job at the end when he died.
All of them did.
Like I was like,
so believable. So exhausting.
Yeah, it looked like she had just lost somebody that she really loved. And
when they had that little medley where they're showing them all getting along with each other and playing, and he's doing the oil in his hair, and then they're on the train and she's playing. It was at that point, and now we're 3/4 of the way into the film. I thought to myself, wow, at some point, I don't even know when it happened, but early on, I'm now realizing how much I deeply care about all these characters.
Yeah.
I really care about every single one of these people.
And I thought it was unfair that they kind of abandoned him in the end there.
Yeah, really
because,
sucked.
They were blaming him because he's dead, because obviously Suriya's character was trying to protect him by like, no, it was him. He did it for him.
Yeah.
And
he's the guard dog, so why weren't you with him? The one time you're not with him, this happens to him.
We've seen a lot of great Vikram performances, a very great Vikram performance. I would love to talk to Vikram about this performance in particular because it was obviously very dog inspired.
He's such a physical actor, man.
Yeah, when I said his favorite acting exercise is animals, there's an acting class. It's like a
and
typical
beginning
high school
acting
class. It's like be a gorilla.
Yeah, it's the very first thing that a lot of I've done it consistently because it's the easiest way to get people who've never acted before to become another character. Is choose a favorite animal, observe the animal and pretend to be the animal, and you recognize. It also is a great way to see if somebody's got walls or boundaries. Especially, I love doing animal exercises in a group and watching everybody interact with each other and seeing if they break character no matter what happens. So, and a lot of people will do that. A lot of people will make a character that isn't as obvious as this. They'll find an animal that's part of the physicality of their character that you would never even know it. But for them, there's a lot of this particular animal in it. So it is a very common thing to do. But even the movie we saw in theaters that we loved this past year with Vikram.
What?
Damn it. What was it called?
We saw a film with Vikram this year?
Yeah. I thought it was this year. His most recent film.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with
that they're going to make a sequel to.
Is it Paranjit? Is it
yeah.
Thangalan?
Thangalan. Yeah. Such a physical actor. I mean, he clearly likes roles that have
Animalistic.
very deep animal tendencies and physicality. Yeah. And believe him every minute he's on screen, as always.
He's a fantastic.
And Suriya was great. Man, the amount of lines that man had to memorize for this thing.
And he could have gone wrong in a lot of ways.
He could have been annoying.
Yeah, and he was, and he was supposed to be at times, obviously. But I think he pulled the character off very well.
He did.
As well as his girl, as well.
It was very important for Suriya's character. You've got to know he's a snake oil salesman. However, if he becomes dislikable, then you don't get a payoff when he dies. Because you were like, good, I'm glad that SOB died. So the fact that he could make him a likable cheater is a credit not just to the writing, but it's a credit to Suriya being able to play the character the right way.
Yeah.
That to me is a hinge point in the story. If he's not likable, you lose everything you're trying to extract in the climax.
Yeah. And the other girl, I thought, did a very good job. I thought they
Great
were,
job.
I thought they were going to end up together, honestly. In the
Yeah,
beginning.
I did too.
They just felt like it, but she was more of like a
They did
sisterly,
great.
motherly kind of feel.
Yeah, Layla and Sangeeta
Yeah.
were wonderful.
Have we seen them before?
And again, I love how they're written. I love the strength and the moxie of those women in this movie. This is one of my favorites.
Yeah. I mean, Vikram's given so many great performances, and didn't we just see something with Suriya in it? Like,
we did that we really liked. He's very shapeshiftery.
Yeah.
He can be the most likable, kind, friendly-looking dude, and he can also play. I mean, he's Rolex, man.
Yeah, he's Rolex, which is. Oh yeah, he was Kongowa, which we didn't. Oh, but he was the producer of
Maya Zagun.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking he was. He
wasn't
Carthy.
in there, but he was.
I get him and Carthy sometimes mixed up a little bit.
Yeah.
They look kind of similar.
But it speaks volumes to what he cares about and invests in.
Suriya has much more striking eyes,
very gripping eyes,
like Rithik eyes.
Yeah, very gripping. His eyes are great for screen.
Suriya Puli, the plane movie that we didn't enjoy, we liked him in it. I know that.
Yeah.
I would love to see more of both of them.
Yep.
In terms of obviously Vikram, we love Vikram.
He's one of my favorite actors in the world,
and he's one of the most masculinely sexy men.
Yeah, I mean Vikram for me is, of all the actors I like to watch work, Hollywood, India, everywhere, Vikram's at the top of my list of actors I love watching work.
Oh yeah, he's an eye, and we still need to see.
Yeah, I really want to see.
I know, but that's like, it's not him I'm scared of. It's Shankar, because Shankar he's an acquired taste.
I know.
He's not like, even in that film that we loved, but he was batshit crazy with Rajnikant and the robot.
Yeah.
It's like you just have.
It's okay. You just know going in. It's going to be wild.
He did Indian.
Yeah.
Or Indian 2, I mean. And, people say that
didn't
was
do
like
well.
a garbage film.
That's okay.
And so it just makes me nervous. I have no doubt Vikram's going to be fun. And like,
we loved every musical number, so at least we know that going in.
He did. You need to.
Yeah.
Ravan. I watched it with Steph, but I watched it with Steph because it's a retelling of Ramayana, which is the anime that we did.
Right.
And so I think you need
to see the anime first.
You need to be familiar with the story because it's an adaptation of it.
Okay.
But it's a Vikram performance. I still think it was a good performance. Of course, I still think these other ones I like better in terms of his performance.
Yeah.
But it's still a good performance once you see Ramayana. Obviously, PS1 and 2 are incredible
especially
for him and
for
Aishwarya.
us, PS2, that climactic scene he has with Aishwarya. That's such a gorgeous piece of...
Thangalan was brilliant.
Love Thangalan.
This is more of a new one that a lot of people say it might be
Mahan.
Good. Mahan. There's
What's David all about?
David. Trying to see other ones that I've heard people talk about. Obviously, we saw Ayan.
Samurai. We just saw something from that.
Oh yeah, we saw a song from that.
Yeah.
Youth, Red Indians. I have found it. Sithu. I think I've heard of Sithu. Anyways, you guys can let us know.
Yeah. What's the next in the lineup of his
for
performances?
Vikram
And Suriya.
And the ladies as well. I thought.
And Bala, man.
Yeah, man.
What else can we watch of Bala's? Because I'm impressed.
I think he's done 10 films or so.
Great writing, great directing, great cinematography.
Yeah, he was the star of this one. Obviously Vikram too, but he was the star of this one. Was he in another one with? Because I just saw Sithu, which I just saw for Vikram. Did he do another one with Vikram?
Yeah.
Is that Vikram? 1999. Yeah, his first.
That's
film
their first film.
was a violent.
And he wrote the story. Tell us about it,
A
guys.
violent youngster and shy Brahmin girl fall in love with a trainer in younger brain damage. He also has another one. I don't know Sithu specifically, but he has another one, Vikram, where he was like the I Am Sam. We saw a courtroom scene of it.
Yes, it's like I Am Sam. I remember that.
which I've never seen. By the way, I've never seen I Am Sam.
It's Sean Penn, man.
But good or bad?
Good.
Okay.
Because it's Oscar level.
But I know they were like making fun of it in Tropic Thunder.
They were making
Never
fun of
before.
it.
You don't buy that? That's Sean Penn, 2001, I am Sam. Remember? Went full retard. Went home empty-handed.
They were making fun of it, but it's Sean Penn's doing a
Sean
great
Penn's
job.
a
It's as good as him.
actor.
That performance is just as good as his performance in Milk.
So it seems like, on top of wanting to do very animalistic kind of innate tribal feels, he also likes the challenge,
A physical challenge.
a brain challenge.
You bet.
Or so, which as an actor, I understand.
Of course.
'Cause it's like, this is completely not me. And so
Yeah.
it's like, you have to put yourself
Yes.
into this character
Yeah.
and the mindset. And so it's a challenge.
Absolutely. There's also a level of focus that's so absorbing when you have to do that is really unmatched with other things that you have to do. When you have to play a character that has some type of physical constraint that you must maintain, the level of focus you have is really enjoyable as an actor.
Yeah, this is a quote from Heath, and a lot of actors have this. He's like, before he died, he's like, I don't really like to do something unless it scares me.
Yeah.
And
There's a lot to be said in that.
yeah,
A lot to be said in that.
because you don't just want to keep doing, Mission Impossible after Mission Impossible,
Honestly, the thing that brings Tom Cruise back to those things are the stunt challenges, because I think Tom's a stunt man at heart.
Yeah, he is.
It's the stunts that bring him back to it.
He loves those.
I don't think that he is at a place yet in his life, or maybe ever, where the primary thing for him is the acting element with the character development.
Yeah,
It's the physicality.
Yeah.
It's the physicality for him.
but yeah, let us know for next Vikram and
All of them.
Bala.
Yep. Bala, Vikram, Suriya, the ladies, but especially those three
And
gentlemen.
I know a lot of you have been waiting for this one for a long time, so thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for waiting.
And totally understand why you'd want us to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally get it.
If you saw us on YouTube, you saw a very cut version because copyright reasons of XC full and coverage of this and other Tamil films. You can head over to Patreon or channel memberships. I'll put a link in the description below. Pin comes to go check that out. Let us know what the next Tamil film should be. Watch along for Vikram, Bala, whoever otherwise that we should watch. Let us know your thoughts on the movie. If you like it, if you didn't like it, why? And anything else we need to know down below. Go, 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 go!